Simon Thomas tells of nagging guilt at not taking wife Gemma to hospital sooner. Mirror Online. The ex-Sky Sports presenter told of how his late wife was experiencing symptoms for a few days before she was diagnosed with cancer. Simon Thomas has revealed how he and Poe has been plagued by nagging guilt since the sudden death of wife Gemma. Gemma passed away in November 2017 of myeloid leukemia, just weeks after she had fallen ill. In his new book, Serialist in the, Simon has told of how Gemma had been suffering symptoms of blood cancer but didn't end up know it. The ex-Sky Sports presenter has said he feels constant guilt when he looks back on the final few weeks of Gemma and Poe's life. He recalls how she was suffering from that wouldn't end up go away, worsening tiredness and bruises that wouldn't end up fade. Somehow, we ignored its early signs. Gemma had suffered. In her final week, she went to the GP twice, but each time was sent home without even a blood test. Whenever I relive that time in my mind, the guilt is always there, nagging away at me. I and am still asking myself those same questions. Why the hell didn't you do something? Why didn't Simon also tells of the heartbreak that once Gemma was admitted to hospital, she never came home. By Sunday, she was even worse. Before I turned off, I wonder how I and have felt if I and known it was the last time Gemma would ever sleep in our bed. Never again would. When she went to AE on November 20, 2017, they tested her blood and Gemma was diagnosed with cancer. Doctors told Simon she likely only had the disease for 3 or 4 weeks. She was told she had 50-50 chance of survival, but despite her blood supply being replaced twice, Gemma never recovered and died 3 days after being diagnosed. When she was unconscious, Simon recounted how we and met and how I had fallen in love with her. Over and over he also recalled he told his son Ethan that Gemma had died. Months earlier, we and celebrated her 40th birthday with a party in the garden, Gemma laughing in a vaguely ridiculous pink feathered headdress. And now, in what felt like the blink of an eye, my soulmate had been taken away from me. How could I possibly? In recent months Simon has found love again with Darren Ajeb, who he has described as a rock not just for me, but for my boy, too. Earlier this month Simon opened up on losing his wife Gemma as part of a new This Morning segment. The 3-part series, and Pursuits of Happy. The presenter told viewers how Gemma and Poe's death had impacted Ethan. Simon confessed he felt helpless hearing his son crying out for his mum when he is ill. He said now it is just me and him. It does feel horrible. There was no chance to sit down with Gemma and talk about Ethan. Her hopes for him, the amount of times in that first year he was ill and he would cry out mummy. That is horrible to
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.